Hey everybody, welcome on in. This is the Delmarva Sports Insider, the only live and local show dedicated to giving you all local sports all the time. I'm Sports Director Brandon Boss.
What's up, it's your Philly sports anchor Devin J. Martin. Welcome into another episode of Delmarva Sports Insider. We got nothing but playoffs to talk about all night, Brandon. It's going to be an exciting show.
Yeah, this is a fantastic show we've got because we've got 3 Bayside playoff games that took place this weekend. Plus, we're going to talk about the playoff picture in Delaware. This is going to be a fun, action-packed night. Let's start with the Bayside playoffs, though. Game of the week, rematch, fantastic game that we saw just a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, North Carolina and Kent Island, two, pretty evenly matched squads.
They
know each other very well in the Bayside North. The Bulldogs won that last matchup about a month ago, winning 21-14. Tonight, it was the same team, same venue, same results.
Let's find out.
Yep, this game now started off just as close as it last month's game. Very close, 7-7 halftime score. But the third quarter is when everything changed, Brandon. North Carolina, out of halftime on their first drive, fumbles the ball in their own territory. All it takes is for one play like that, and your season could be over at this late stage in the season. Kent Island, they reminded me of the New England Patriots from the mid-2000s and 2010s. Capitalizing on turnovers in short field. Shane Borgard's from a few yards out on the goal line, rushes it in. That turnover led to an easy touchdown run for the Bucks, and they're up 14-7. Now, early in the third, still plenty of time, but on the kickoff, the Bulldogs fumble the ball, and the Bucks recover it, and then this game officially goes from bad to worse for the home team.
And let's talk about the fog for a second. You want to talk about setting the tone for tonight. This looks fantastic. All right, let's see what's going on with the Bulldog defense. Gavin Henry scoring on the keeper. That makes it 21-7 midway through, effectively ending this game. Kent Island gets revenge on the Bulldogs tonight, winning 28-14. And how about this? They are moving on to the next round.
They absolutely
Who
are.
saw this coming?
You did, and I'll give you credit for that. I thought the North Carolina would be able to kind of recapture that magic with some of their explosion offense, but Kent Island did a great job forcing turnovers and also limiting the offensive output of the North Carolina
Here's
Bulldogs.
my thought going into this game. I thought Kent Island put together 4 quarters of football, whereas North Carolina won because of the athleticism of Zymir Smith the first time around. Kent Island just was able to go out there and was able to put together a total game compared to North Carolina. But hey, hats off to the Bulldogs. 8-1, a fantastic season for them.
Yeah, they were really great this year, but it's just, again, now in front of their home crowd, their season's over thanks to Kent Island. They played very well today.
They sure did. All right, the Decatur Seahawks putting their undefeated record on the line tonight. A win, and they would host the state quarterfinals next week. Could the Lions go into the Hawks' Nest and pull off that upset? Well, Queen Anne's got 2 early interceptions on Bryson Coleman, but Bryson said, you know what? Let's see if they can beat me when I use my wheels. And it turns out he beat them with his wheels. Who would have thought? The Vanderbilt commit slicing through that secondary. And when he's out and running in open field, he looks like a gazelle flying into the end zone. As it turns out, that opened up the floodgates. Let's not forget about that Seahawks defense. They've been sensational all season long. A 3rd and long, incomplete over the middle. And then Amarion Manuel, one of 2 touchdown runs on the day. Bryson Coleman tossing a touchdown pass to Tribe Wise in the back corner of the end zone. And the Seahawks remain unbeaten. They are 11-0, and they will host the quarterfinals next week. It's the 3rd straight year they are in the state quarterfinals.
So, yeah, this is a game that we both predicted that Decatur would come away victorious, and obviously they were on fire all day today. More of the same, again, 41 points. Queen Anne's, I think they were just overmatched. They're a really young team right now. Decatur's in their prime right now, and we're going to see what Decatur's going to do moving forward because now the competition level is going to increase for them. They're in the state quarterfinals, and let's see if they can make it all the way to the state championship game.
I think they have a really good chance of making it to at least the semifinals. We'll see what happens after that. All right, one more game. This one from last night. Cambridge dominating Kent County, and they are off to the quarterfinals as well as Cambridge South Dorchester dominating the Trojans, and will play in the quarterfinals next week. And now will they be at home or will they be on the road, Devin?
Yeah, we will see. Now, Havre de Grace beats Boonesboro, and Catoctin is also in. They got an upset win earlier this week. So, if I'm not mistaken, with the way the points go, the way the 1A will be reseeded with the final 8, Cambridge will have a home playoff game next weekend.
Yeah, and they deserve it because of the way that they have been playing for the last couple of months. Cambridge has a really good chance of making it to the state semifinals. Will they be able to beat a team like Fort Hill? I'm not sure about that, but right now I would say Cambridge has a really good chance of winning next week at home. All right, so from the Bayside to the Henlopen, Big South matchup tonight in the Bridge as the Blue Raiders and the Wildcats of Delmar duking it out for the district championship. Winner go home tonight. Winner takes all the marbles. Woodbridge getting ready to take the field, looking to claim that district championship. Wildcats come out and punch the Blue Raiders right in the mouth here. Brandon Turner up the gut. Wildcats up 6-0 in the first quarter. And after that, it was all Woodbridge. Raiders, Tracy Johnson in the Wildcat on 4th down, takes it in, and we are tied. Woodbridge would just keep on rolling here. Delmar punching them right here once again. And this time, it's Logan Moran scrambling, airing it out. Darrell Smith is down the field. He comes up with the catch.
Look at that fog. It's been all over Delaware today.
It's incredible tonight, but hey, it looks like it cleared up a little bit there. Tonight, Woodbridge just absolutely dominating. There's Tracy Johnson once again. So, on all facets of the game tonight, Woodbridge, offense, defense, and special teams, they really showed out.
That might be their best win of the season. Obviously, the stakes haven't been higher than they are today, but just their performance, Delmar being held to just 6 points. Delmar was averaging 28 points a game. Woodbridge held them to 6 points, and obviously their offense was on fire today. So Woodbridge claims the district championship, the 5th in program history, and head coach Marvin Dooley said after the game, this win in this season is all because of the hard work his guys put in during the offseason.
We sat on this field last year, week 10. We said we're returning ready next year, and the reason we returned, because them kids 5 months of work. Never missed summer workouts, worked all summer, put themselves in big positions. We're not a great football team in time, but we play good together. And because we play good together, we're a good football team. And they're champions forever.
So, yeah, Woodbridge definitely struggling last year, but they have definitely turned it around, and now they're going to be going to the playoffs.
And the thing I love about Woodbridge is the head coach of the Blue Raiders, Marvin Dooley. We saw him win a championship with William Penn back in 2014, championship-winning head coach. If anybody could turn around that Blue Raider program as fast as they have, it's Marvin Dooley. So, fantastic win for the Blue Raiders, and they have a chance to go pretty far in the 2A playoffs as well.
Yeah, they're really explosive, especially on offense, but if their defense is going to be able to do to other teams like they did to Delmar. Again, Delmar was averaging 28 a game. They held them to 6 in the most important game of the regular season. If they can do that in the 2A, they can go really far.
All right, and now another big game tonight. Smyrna needed a win to clinch a playoff berth in the 3A playoffs. Could they get it? Tonight, the defending champions 3-6 coming into this one. Central 7-2 already clinched that district title and the automatic bid that comes with it. Hey, that's Dior Mackey there with a top play nominee. How did he stay up in that group of Golden Knights there? He was able to get in for the score. Then Kamaj Kearney finding a hole, burst through. Smyrna would win this game 40-35. And the Eagles at 4-6. They are in the 3A postseason, at least according to Sean Green up at WDEL.
So, yeah, that's definitely the story of the Delaware football playoffs in terms of Smyrna being the defending champs, coming into the playoffs, making it with a losing record. But Sussex Central, do you think that they lost this game because they kind of took their foot off the gas because they didn't have anything to play for? Or do you think they just got outplayed tonight by Smyrna?
I think Smyrna went out there and they won this game tonight. I'm not going to take anything away from Sussex Central because they played a fantastic game. All right, and now for a few final scores from last night. Milford falling to Lake Forest 48-34. So Jonathan Tyndall comes back, gets healthy for the final game of the season, and leads his Spartans to a victory. Indian River over First State Military Academy 28-6. Seaford, the Blue Jays laid an egg 8-6 against Conrad, so they are out of the 1A playoffs. But Seaford did fight this year. And then one score that isn't featured here, Laurel defeats Sussex Tech tonight 27-7. So the Bulldogs should be in the 2A. And then as for games taking place tomorrow, we've got Dover at Caesar Rodney, and Cape Henlopen will travel to take on St. George's. So let's talk about this coming weekend. The committee for DIAA, they're going to get behind closed doors. They're going to do the calculations, and they're going to come out around noon and unveil the brackets to everyone for the 3 classes of football in Delaware. And you know what? We don't know who's going to be in. Everyone's trying to put together those points. You know, you get points for who you beat, how many wins your opponents have. Nobody knows who's going to be definitively in until Sunday.
And it's definitely going to be important for the 2A and the 3A, especially for our Henlopen teams, because, you know, Smyrna was on the bubble. Obviously, you know, Milford, they're out now, but there was other teams in the 2A that were also on the bubble. Delmar, they lost today. Is their season over, or are they going to make it to the 2A?
Delmar is on the bubble. We're not sure if they're going to be
they're
in.
definitely on the bubble as well. And then, you know, obviously Sussex Central, they've clinched, but Cape Henlopen, they should be a team. I don't think it's on the bubble. I think they should be in, but we'll see tomorrow as well, this weekend as well. And then there seems like Dover, they were definitely one of the top squads in the 3A all year, but Sussex Central clinched the district. So Dover is another team that I believe they will be in, but they're going to be in consideration as well.
So the 3 classes, we've got 8 teams in all 3 classes who are going to make it to the postseason. There's 12 teams in the 3A, 18 teams in the 2A, 14 teams in the 1A. So it makes it much more difficult for 2A teams to be able to make it into the postseason. But as of right now, Woodbridge is definitely in. We should see Laurel in the postseason as well. We'll see
about
if Delmar makes it in.
And
Central's definitely in.
And then Milford and Lake Forest are also out for our Henlopen squads.
Unfortunately, yes. But in the 3A, we've got Central definitely in. We'll see Dover in. We'll also see, more than likely, Smyrna in. And then we'll see about the other
Cape Henlopen. We'll see. I mean, it's going to be very interesting to see how they go.
You got to tune in on Sunday. We'll have those brackets, and we'll let you know who's in and who's out. All right, that's going to do it for the A block. We're calling our first time out. Don't go anywhere. Whiteout conditions at Seagull Stadium tonight with a playoff spot on the line. You're watching Delmarva Sports Insider.
Blake LaBelle, Cambridge South Dorchester High School. You're watching Delmarva Sports Insider.